Dear children, welcome in Archana online class. Now we have to discuss about the biodiversity volume 5. Today we are going to discuss about the conservation of biodiversity. There are two main approaches for conservation of biodiversity. All of you know about that: in situ conservation, that is also known as on-site conservation, and second is ex situ conservation, known as off-site conservation. So, what we are going to discuss in biodiversity conservation, this is very clear that in situ, ex situ. What does it mean and what are the differences between them? So, at first, talk about the in situ conservation. In situ, this is a actually on-site conservation. So, we are talking about in situ conservation, in which we include biosphere reserves, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, sacred groves, and biosphere reserves. There are two types of biosphere reserves: terrestrial and marine. Second one is ex situ conservation. Just I told about that. Ex situ conservation means off-site conservation. This includes sacred plants like home gardens, seed banks, field gene bank, cryopreservation. Third, botanical garden, zoological garden, aquarium, etc. So now discuss it in details. This is very important question for the CBSE exam. What is the differences between in situ conservation and ex situ conservation? First, in situ means on site, means where the organisms are found, and ex situ means off site. That means we have to take out that organism and to keep it elsewhere in proper care of the human being. So now try to understand. In situ conservation method involve protection of endangered species in their natural habitat. It helps in recovering population in surrounding where they have developed their distinct feature. Like just I told about that, in situ conservation means national park, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserve, sacred groves, etc. Just like that, ex situ conservation involves placing of threatened animals and plants in a special care unit for their protection. It helps in recovering population or preventing their extinction under a stimulated condition that closely resemble their natural habitat, like botanical garden, zoological park, seed bank, gene bank, etc. In situ conservation, endangered species is protected in its natural habitat, whereas in ex situ conservation, endangered species is protected in places outside their natural habitat. So that's why it is known as off-site conservation. And in situ conservation is known as on-site conservation. Why on-site conservation? Endangered species is protected in its natural habitat. Off-site conservation means endangered species is protected in places outside of their natural habitats. Is it clear? So, how we conserve biodiversity? There are two methods, in situ and ex situ. Now, let us discuss about the in situ conservation. On-site conservation, as I discussed. Conservation of genetic resources in natural population of plants or animal species, like forest genetic resources in natural population of pigman species. It is a process of protecting an endangered plant or animal species in their natural habitat, either by protecting or restoring the habitat itself or by defending the species from the predators. So, identification of certain biodiversity hot spot region. Again, this is very important term, what is the meaning of the hot spot? Hot spots are areas with high density of biodiversity or mega diversity. These are also most threatened ones. Ecologically, hot spots are determined by four factors. What is the number of species or species diversity? Second, degree of endemism. Third, degree of threat to habitat due to degradation and fragmentation with very high level of species richness and high degree of endemism. Again, this is important term. What is endemism? The species confined to that region and not found anywhere else, that is called endemism. Exclusively found in a particular region, that is called endemism. Three of these hot spots, this is very important question, what is hot spot, and give some example of hot spots. Three of these hot spots are Western Ghat and Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma and Himalaya, that cover our country's exceptionally high biodiversity regions. So there are three hot spots. Out of 34 hot spots of biodiversity in the world, three are in India. What are these? Western Ghat, number 1, Sri Lanka, number 2, number 3, Indo-Burma and Himalaya. Ecologically unique and biodiversity rich regions are legally protected as biosphere reserve. So what does it mean? Biosphere reserve means these are the large tracts of protected land with multiple use, preserving the genetic diversity of representative ecosystem. By protecting wildlife, traditional life, styles of the tribals, and varied plant and animal genetic resources, India now has 14 biosphere reserves, 90 national parks. What is national park? These are the area reserved for wildlife where they are able to obtain all the requirement, natural resources and proper habitats. Presently, India has 90 national parks. Wildlife sanctuary, these are tracts of land with or without lake where animals are protected from all types of exploitation and habitat disturbance. At present, India has 448 wildlife sanctuaries. Sacred groves, this is again important. These are the tracts of forest set aside where all the trees or wildlife within are venerated and gives total protection. So sacred groves are tracts of virgin forest with rich diversity which has been protected by the local people for centuries for their culture and religious belief. Such sacred groves are found in Kasi and Jaintia hills of Meghalaya, Aravalli hills of Rajasthan, Western Ghat regions of Karnataka and Maharashtra, and Sarguja, Chanda and Bastar area of Madhya Pradesh. In Meghalaya, the sacred groves are the last refuges for a large number of rare and threatened plants. Ecologically unique and biodiversity rich regions are legally protected as biosphere reserves, national park and sanctuaries. I just told about that. I think this is repeated. Second one is ex situ conservation. This is also known as off-site conservation. It is the process of protecting an endangered species, variety of breeds of plants or animals outside its natural habitat. For example, removing part of population from a threatened habitats and placing it in new location which may be wild area or within the care of human. Botanical garden, zoological park, wildlife safari park serve this purpose. There are many animals that have become extinct in the wild but continue to be maintained in zoological parks. Commercially important plants can be kept for long period using tissue culture method or in seed banks also. So this is also very important. What is gene bank? These are institutes that maintain stocks of viable seeds known as seed banks, live growing plant like orchard, tissue cultures, and frozen germ plasm with the whole range of genetic variability. Seed banks. Seeds are of two types, orthodox and recalcitrant. Orthodox seeds are those which are tolerate reduction in moisture content up to 5%, anaerobic condition and low temperature of nearly about 10 degrees Celsius to minus 20 degrees Celsius, or even lower or prolonged periods like cereals and legumes. Seeds are allowed to germinate at intervals from plants and thus fresh seeds are developed for storage. Recalcitrant seeds are those seeds which get killed on reduction of moisture and exposure to lower temperature. For example, tea, coca, jackfruit, coconut. They can be stored for shorter duration after treatment with fungicide in room having air and normal oxygen. What is orchids? Plants with recalcitrant seeds are grown in orchards where all possible strains and varieties are maintained. For example, lychee, wild palm, rubber tree, etc. Tissue culture. All of you must have idea about the tissue culture. It is carried through the callus formation, embryos, pollen grain culture, shoot tip culture. That means vegetative part of the plant is used in this. Variable seed progeny or where clone is to be maintained. The method is very useful to maintaining the large number of genotypes in a small area, rapid multiplication of endangered species, and for hybrid residue. Shoot tip culture can be used to maintain virus-free plant. It is multiplied by vegetative method like banana and potato. Cryopreservation. What is this? Cryopreservation is preservation at minus 196 degree Celsius in liquid nitrogen to maintain tissue culture, embryos, animal cell tissue, spermatozoa indefinitely. The cryopreserved material is revived through a special technique when it required. Biodiversity Act 2002. This is important to learn. For what is the Biodiversity Act 2002? It is held in 2002, Johannesburg, South Africa. For this was the protection of India's rich biodiversity and associated knowledge against their use by foreign individuals and organizations without sharing the benefits arising out of such use and to check biopiracy convention on biodiversity. The Earth Summit held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 called upon all nations to take appropriate measures for conservation of biodiversity and sustainable utilization of its benefits. World Summit on Sustainable Development held in 2002 in Johannesburg, South Africa and one placed their commitment to achieve by 2010 a significant reduction in the current rate of biodiversity loss at global, regional and local level. So all of you learn about this and thank you for this journey.